Hello, Rally Esports people. I just realized that my mic is not registering. Do 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 do. Settings. Audio. Here we go. Got it now. All right. Tonight we have our Bravo Division Finals. It's going to be ABS Exis versus the Sirens in this final battle to the end. Can't wait to see which teams are going. It looks like our first match is going to be a Hardpoint Skid Row. As you can see, I'm solo casting tonight, so if anyone in the chat wants the chance to cast alongside with me or any people in Rally would like to hop in, just let me know, and I will try to get a hold of you and get you in here as quickly as possible. But it looks like the teams are set up, so we're not going to delay too late so we can get into this real quick and get this rolling. Um, it's going to be great matches. Both these teams have played very well through the rest of the season. It'll be definitely interesting to see how it closes out here. With that being said, if the teams are ready, they are good to go and start up their match. So, as we all know, Skid Row is usually a pretty mixy map. Um, P2 is usually a big determiner on who has a lot of control, because if you get that P2 rotation locked down going in, very few people, if it's held right, can rip you off of it, and it's a good rotation for people. And they are getting ready to run in right now, and here we go. Race off to P1. And it looks like Sirens will be the ones to touch it first. Matrix gets a kill on Michonne, but Wanna gets Yasad. E-Bug gets Hunter. Highlander gets Michonne after Michonne kills his own teammate, and Yasad picks up Wanna, and they have a solid control here on P1. And it looks like they have a body already at P2 getting set up. Now, can they hold this P1? And it looks like they will get broken by ABS. Now it looks like Six here is going to try to approach this. He does see Sean, picks him up and drops him and lets it go. The Sirens go ahead and get 4 down, and it looks like they have complete control of this P2 already. You have E-Bug sitting up top, holding that bird's eye view, keeping an eye on Garage. See if he sees this rotation over here from Tiggawith. He catches one, gets peppered a little bit. It's going to come down to the point of whether or not number 6 here, Highlander, can potentially catch across here. One picks up one. Highlander catches one. E-Bug still safe on top of point, popping some shots back and forth with Zerks. He sees where Zerks is, trying to pop shots at him, gets a few, but Matrix ends up getting Zerks with a grenade, and so far the Sirens are having an amazing hard point as they carry this P2 in contention as well, and are already looking to get set up on P3. Now, right now, it looks like P3 is going to be in the hands of ABS. Got Hunter sitting on point. He's got some assistance from Zerks, and it looks like he has Sean coming to the back. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Sirens can get broken into here. Hunter gets one. They know they're coming from the back side. E-Bug ends up picking up Hunter. So far, ABS has been able to hold it, but they need to keep a body in the point. They've stepped out of the point twice now, leaving it blank. Ooh, E-Bug getting the kill there on Zerks from the mid, but getting taken out by Hunter. Hunter picks up Matrix as well and gets a 2-piece there, currently on a 2 streak. Hunter picks up a third one. Hunter picks up a fourth. And it looks like he's going to stay here to close out the last of this point. I don't know if he sees potentially one come up behind him. He gets hit here at the stun, gets approached. He does manage to get the hop, and he gets 5. He only needs one more to get his streak. See if he can come up here and get the setup. Oh, and he does get Hunter. He doesn't notice the one there, and Yasad does manage to get him out. But he does get the streak in time beforehand. So you have to think, when he got that streak, he was I'm sorry, he was 1-6, and then ended up going 8-7. So he literally carried his whole entire life not dying that go around. Matrix gets Wanna. Currently, P4 still contested between the two, and it looks like the Sirens are going to be the ones that come out on top. Getting lit up there in the back, though, as they try to press through tunnel to get set up for P5. Right here, ABS needs to decide, do they want to keep fighting for that point, or do they want to move on to go over here to P5 where they have a chance to get more time? And it looks like they still have one looking to push Old. He doesn't see number 5 there on God's Test, and Matrix picks up Sean there as he went to go through tunnel. E-Bug coming in with the Cruise, taking out Hunter. Assad gets one on top of crates, but he's got one on top of ticket booth and 2 more approaching. He needs to do one, but Zerx does manage to pick him off. Highlander picks up 1. You have E-Bug on point by himself, though, and he does get seen through the hill and gets taken out by Hunter, who kills him through the car. Wanna picks up Yasad, and they do have control of this P5. But Matrix, with a cruise of his own, also gets Sean and takes him off the point, and Matrix picks up Wanna as well. And now it's going to be a fight to see who gets control of P1 again as this rotates back around. Yasad's going to stay and keep hooked up for P2, but they know they're going to have someone there on P2. He gets one. Zerx popping shots at him. And it looks like he gave the message out to E-Bug. E-Bug manages to pick up him off of the ticket side, allowing Yasad to sit freely on P2. P1's definitely still being mixy, though, between the two teams. It looks like ABS is going to hold it, but right there, Zerx almost gets blown up by a container sitting in front of him. Does get taken out by E-Bug, though, as he comes out to the balcony. And ABS is going to hold P1 decently strong here, but P2 is in the hands of the Sirens, and they do have it set up quite well to hold out. You have Yasad up in the top. You have Highlander on the bottom, E-Bug and Garage. They got it set up knowing they're going to catch the opposition as they come through here. And this is definitely a hill you don't want to allow the Sirens to have a full 60 on, because P3 can be mixy, but they held it pretty well last time. If they get over there to P3, they can close it out after this if they allow them to get this full time. Wanna gets 1, Hunter gets Matrix, E-Bug trades out Hunter, but Mashawn gets E-Bug, and so Yasad could be in danger here, and he does. He goes down to Wanna. Wanna and Mashawn are both in P2, and P2 falls into the hands of ABS. So right now, you'll see the Sirens probably look to get set up on P3. They can't exactly, they can win from it, but as long as ABS does what they need to and break it at least at some point, it will probably require a P4 rotation. Wanna picks up E-Bug there. Highlander gets shot, but Hunter picks up Yasad but gets traded out by Matrix, and it looks like this P3 is going to be in the hands of the Sirens. Yasad there taking out Wanna. And actually ABS manages to break in and get a hold of that point. It's currently contested. There's 3 Sirens going after Sean. They do get him, and Wanna goes down as well by Matrix. Zerx gets E-Bug, but gets traded out by Matrix, and the point now goes and stays in the hand. But as I say that, Hunter calls in a cruise and takes Matrix off the point, forcing number 8, which is E-Bug, to get back on. But he just gets killed by Wanna, and the point is now contested between a fight. Highlander gets the best of Wanna and closes out the rest of that point for the Sirens. Like I said, it's definitely going to be a rat race here to get to P4 for the Sirens to be able to close this out and for ABS to kind of get there to keep them at bay. Right now, it looks like it is going to be in the hands of ABS. They're going to have to do what they can to keep the Sirens away from this point. You have one sitting God steps here, controlling that. One popping shots at Matrix. Point is currently contested, though. They did get a Siren in, and eBug does manage to get Hunter as he sits this point. Manages to pick up Zerx as well, and also finishes off Wanna after he gets Matrix. Oh, but then he does get traded out by Hunter there. Hunter does go down, and the Sirens do have control of this point again. They can win on it, so in order for this to go on to another P5, they're going to have to get them out, and they do. They do manage to get out. Sean gets Highlander, and ABS is now closing out this P3, but the Sirens are already on rotation over here to P5. Already have one body on there. Unfortunately, they lost one. And Hunter does manage to get him off of P5, but they have number 7 here, Yasad, on the rotation, gets on the point. He only has to hold it for 15 seconds here, so they're going to need to get on. They're going to need to break him. They're looking at a pincer push here as they have 2 from one from the other, and they do manage to break him and get him down before he can get help. And ABS is now currently set up with this point. Now, if they want to come back and take this and win, they're going to need to play perfect hard point. They're going to need to get this. They're going to need to hold it, not let them break in, and they're going to have to get a good solid rotation to P1 and hold that. And they could potentially come back and see them back in this with this. But if they slack at all in any way and give the Sirens a chance to capitalize and lock in, then the Sirens will close it out in either P1 or P2. Now, the Sirens, as you can see, they've always rotated early to P2, so if they do happen to lose P1, ABS is going to have to try their hardest to strip P2 from them. They've held P2 for most of the time that P2 has been around. So ABS is not only going to have to get on to P1 here immediately to close out these last 5 seconds, but they're going to have to prevent them from getting to P2 once they do that. And it looks like the Sirens are able to keep them at bay as they take this 250 to 195. Was looking a little dicey there on the sides of ABS. Looks like they could have potentially got 100-point club, but they managed to have some good breaks and some good rotations, getting them back into the game. But unfortunately, it just was not enough for them to close out this hard point. You have Matrix with 29 untraded kills, eBug with 23 untraded kills, both of them going 32 and 22 and 30 and 19. Definitely some respawn slayers in those two players. So that was definitely, interesting, to watch them, go through that and do all of that. The Sirens played really good hard point, good rotations. They knew when they needed to have a person set up into that next point to make sure that they were, squared away and able to be prepared to essentially catch ABS as they tried to rotate later on. And unfortunately, there's P2 holds that they held, and their P3 holds just gave them such an advantage because they held so much time in both those points that it was hard for ABS to essentially break them and get back into it. Loading up into the next lobby here as we get ready for this S&D. That'll be interesting. I think S&D could go either way between these two teams. They both have, good slayers. We do know that ABS is usually a favored S&D team, although I will say this year it hasn't quite been as, widespread as it was in previous seasons for this team. As S&D has kind of been something that a lot of teams have been developing this year. But if anything, this will definitely be the mode that they should be able to take from the Sirens. And it looks like it's going to be an S&D on Invasion. We're just waiting for a couple of the players to get in here and get ready. Camulus saying Sirens are going to win at 3-0. I mean, there's that possibility. There's that possibility that Camulus, that the Sirens could win 3-0. We've seen them dominate and be dominating, in previous, matches and other games. I think they've faced Essex earlier in the season as well, and it was pretty good. Looks like we're just waiting on 2 members of the Sirens to get into the lobby. While we are waiting for all of them to react, I just want to give a big shout out to our partner, the Esports Cave, as we get ready for our LAN event in Texas in June, June 7th through 9th. So if you can't make it out to the event and can't see it live, be sure to be tuned in for the stream because we will be streaming it live at the Esports Cave as all these teams go head to head for a prize pool that's looking at 10,000. Definitely one of the biggest prize pools Rally has ever had, and hopefully we get a lot of solid teams coming in to make some magic happen. And it's definitely going to be a good thing to watch, so be prepared for that in the next coming months. On top of that, we are going to also give a little shouty shout out to Exclaimed, who, thanks to them and their design team, just came out with our new Challengers jerseys. If you haven't seen them yet, go to the Twitter, check them out. We have got them in, I believe, 5 or 6 different colors now. They come in red, blue, green, purple, yellow, and the traditional gray. And they definitely are quite breathtaking. They did a wonderful job on these jerseys, and they just look phenomenal. So if you are wanting to rep the team, go to the Exclaimed store / Rally Esports and check out the new jerseys and the other merch that we have to offer. Looks like they're still having difficulties getting people in. Just to give you guys an example of some of the merch that you'll find in the store, we have our Rally Reapers Ninja hoodie. We actually have a Ninja hoodie for each one of our teams in the store right now, and so it's gonna be great to see all the different stuff. I can't wait to see some of you guys repping. Hopefully we get to see you guys in person and LAN, some of you that are going to come compete, or even just come and show up and cheer on some of the other teams. Rock the gear. And it looks like they're waiting just for the other people to join. They're still having issues on that side there. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to sit here, chill, and relax and wait for them to get all squared away. Another big shout out. Didn't get a chance to set it up for stream tonight, but it'll be on stream for our next one. Is a big shout out to Shriners Children's Hospital, who has, partnered with us in the mission to help kids get, medical procedures that they need, that they have a hard time funding, as well as helping us get gaming equipment to give to kids that are less fortunate and you can't really afford it. And we want to be able to give them the opportunity to do what we're doing now. So it's all going to be real good once all these things really start popping off. And there's some more big things in the future that I cannot wait for us to see. All right. It looks like they're all squared away now. I just need to swap the team identities. Actually, no, it looks like they actually kept the same. And we're going to get into this S&D on Invasion. So if the teams are good to go now, they are free to start. As we go in to... All right. So we are going to be going into this S&D on Invasion. It seems like a lot of people in this S&D mode like to favor the A point just because there's a little more cover compared to B, which is pretty wide open. But I've seen some pretty tricky spots, though, on B. People sitting on the back of the forklift, shooting through the window, different angles that they hold. But I definitely do see that a lot of people use B as a last resort and not really as a go-to point. A always seems to be like the go-to on this. It also kind of feels to me like it's more of a defensive-heavy match between, how well they're able to get set up. We do see one smoke, looks like 2 smokes, as Highlander gets a double explosion, but then gets traded out by Hunter. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure you're only allowed 1 smoke. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Hunter is the sole ABS player left with the bomb against Yasad and Matrix. Keeps going back and forth. It looks like he did a little bait and switch where he fired some shots off to get him confused, and he's actually going to use this for his advantage. If he's going to do it, though, he needs to get it down now before they start rotating back. He does get it down now. He's going to have to worry about... He's got one tank, and he's got one on the other side. He's going to have to play this right to make sure. Matrix, though, gets on the little hop up there and sees him, and he does go down. And that allows Yasad to get over and defuse the bomb with plenty of time left as the Sirens take round 1 in this S&D. But I'm definitely going to have to go back and look through things because I'm pretty sure you are only allowed to use one smoke in S&D and you cannot have multiple. And here we go as the Sirens take this bomb. Like I said, it always seems like A is a heavy favorite. It looks like that might be where they're heading. Yasad wanting to get Wanna, but gets ripped apart by Wanna, and Sean picks up Highlander. Gets traded out by E-Bug, but we are currently sitting on a 3-2 advantage in the hands of ABS, and bomb is down. Now, I don't know if they know that they got bomb down, because it looks like the Sirens managed to get ample situated to be able to... He sees Matrix there, gets a few shots out, but Matrix does manage to escape. Matrix trying to do a little rotation here, see if he can catch Wanna. They're gonna have to get bomb down sometime here soon. Matrix does manage to pick up Wanna. He needs to get the bomb down now, though. Hunter picks up Matrix. E-Bug goes down to Hunter as well. And Hunter will get the defuse and ABS will go up in this S&D and we will be tied at 1-1. Sean the bomb carrier for the time, and it looks like they actually want to try to push B here. Looks like they end up deciding to do a 2-2 split. There is one, but Wanna gets taken out by E-Bug, and Highlander gets Hunter. Zerx does manage to get Highlander. Yasad sitting on the tank here, getting it locked down. I think he knows that he has two. E-Bug manages to pick up Zerx, though. And it looks like Matrix might be chasing. He was, but unfortunately I could not switch in time because Sean ended up picking him off. It's Sean against Yasad and E-Bug right now. He's got 30 seconds to put the bomb down, but he's going to also need to worry about both these players. Currently, right now, he's kind of in a little bit of a sandwich. And he does get picked up there, but cannot escape as he runs into the other player. But it looks like the player behind him he was originally running from may have been the one that actually picked him up. And it was Yasad here, popping off true shots as he manages to get him into escape. In all fairness, though, even if he managed to escape Yasad, he would have ran smack dab right into E-Bug, which at that moment with him being injured probably would have ripped him apart and ended the round right there anyway. Definitely a bad situation to be stuck in a pincer like that. they're going to attempt this B push here as well. Highlander manages to get Hunter. Wanner gets Highlander, but Matrix gets Wanna. It's now 3-on-2 as they had enough people there to make sure the trades came in. Sean beats down Matrix. I guess he just didn't quite catch him in time, but unfortunately he loses his teammate who tried to push the bomb. So Sean is all on his own against E-Bug and Yasad, who managed to be the last two each time. He's going to need to do something. He's got 25 seconds. He's going to need to take him out. Yasad holding that angle there, though, catching him. Manages to get him with a stun, allowing E-Bug to just rip him off the corner of tank there, giving the Sirens another round, going up at 3-1. Start off here with ABS getting the bomb now. Ooh, Highlander getting a nice grenade kill there on Hunter, and Matrix picking up two, leaving poor Zerks all by himself. He runs into Matrix and manages to get Matrix. He's gonna need to try to find a way to survive, but unfortunately he runs in and gets clipped as the Sirens player comes through the door, and he just did not have enough life to turn. Just quick little pistol shots there by E-Bug, and down he goes. E-Bug sitting at 6-2 right now in this S&D, definitely being a performer for his team. Yasad is about the only player I know that can go 5 rounds in S&D and sit at 1-1. Looks like they're, was letting them know. E-Bug does pick up one up. Hunter getting some good shots on Yasad. Yasad manages to escape, but gets shot in the back by Mashan. Matrix gets Zerks. Hunter gets Highlander. Cruise Missile does not manage to pick up anyone. And we sit 2-on-2 as we have Hunter and Sean going against E-Bug and Matrix. The two top scoring players on both sides going against each other. Looking at the number-wise, though, it looks like this might be slightly in the advantage of the Sirens, as their two left alive are definitely the higher slayers of the two, but circumstances and situations could lead to anything, and bomb does go down on A. E-Bug looks away at the wrong time and gets caught by Mashan, and Hunter picks up Matrix at the same time, and they are down. And ABS will get this defuse and will go up 2-4 in this S&D. ABS needs to get a couple more rounds like that under their belt to bring them back into this, because they definitely don't want to let this S&D slip away, because the controls have definitely been mixy and Sirens have shown that they are quite good at control. So they need to take this to have hopes of it not closing out next game. It looks like the bomb carrier is going to be Zerks. A lot of them all keep popping off B, and it's just interesting because I made the comment earlier that most people don't go after B. Yasad gets one, a Highlander gets Hunter, Sean gets Yasad, but Highlander gets Sean, and just like that, ABS loses 3 of its members. Zerks getting pushed by 3 people, unfortunately nowhere to escape, and the Sirens essentially corner him there on those steps, and no matter which way he would have gone, he was just running into rounds. Because even if he would have managed to get Highlander there, he would have got pistol shots right in the back. Which looks like it would have came from Matrix. Sirens with the bomb, looking to close this out now. ABS needs to have a strong showing like they did their last defensive round to, you know, really put the hammer down. E-Bug, though, with a quick hop, pop, and turn, manages to get Sean over in the corner there. Zerx does pick up Matrix. Zerx getting popped off a few more times, but he does manage to escape with his life. Oh, he does not get E-Bug, though, in that drop, and E-Bug picks him off, and it's now 2-on-2. Bomb is down. Wanda tries to get E-Bug, but gets killed by Assad. And that leaves Hunter as the sole ABS player. He's going to need to do something. He needs to take out 2, or if he can, try to ninja defuse the bomb. But he's going to need to do something because they're going to check it here soon. Now they know he's there. He manages to get one, but unfortunately he does not have enough time to get the you know, defuse off, and Assad is just running with his life. Hunter does manage to take him out, but unfortunately the bomb does go off, and the Sirens go up 6-2 in this S&D. But I believe the Sirens did use 2 smokes the first round, so we may play another round of S&D if they choose. Waiting until we get back into the lobby to figure out what is going on. All right, so it looks like they're going to get ready up just as soon as they stop being childish and move on to the next map. Getting set up for the control map as soon as they get things situated and the map figured out. Are you guys staying on this map, or are you switching maps? Okay, well then you guys are good to go into the control whenever you would like. But, you know, be respectful. Alright, so we are actually staying on Invasion for this control, ladies and gentlemen. This map is another interesting one for Invasion as well. A lot of people usually find themselves quick capping B because it's the easiest one to cap. So in that situation, a lot of people find themselves trying to quickly, you know, fast push A to get it out of the way, because once it's set up, it is one of the harder points to break, you know, in control, just because it is a tiny space with only 2 entrances. So as long as you have street coverage and you have someone inside that's well taken care of with trophies and has a good gunny, it's going to be hard to get in and remove them. And it looks like I was right. A is going to be the big push here. E-Bug gets 2, Highlander gets 1. Zerx ends up trading out. Highlander picks up Assad. He's still going to need some more help. And Zerx ends up getting pushed by 2 there, but it looks like his team is going to go ahead and set up on B to take B. But Matrix rips one off the little heady there. Hunter picks up Matrix. And it looks like Zerx was going to do some shooting here, but backed off. E-Bug tell him, hey, I still saw you. Don't forget about me. Grenade goes out, and it looks like Wanna ends up picking up E-Bug, and Hunter picks up Yasad. Highlander picks up Hunter, and Wanna picks up Matrix. And it looks like they managed to still maintain control of B as they run over here to A to try to get out of that. But he gets met by Yasad, who does rip him off that point. B does go down, but now they're going to have to fight in to get into A with equal lives, and the Sirens are already in the process of getting set up to keep them as far away from that point as they possibly can. Matrix goes down to one of there. Hunter picks up E-Bug. Yasad picks up Hunter though, so they have 3 up right now. Sorry, 2 up as E-Bug manages to pick up Zerx. They definitely need to get something set up if they want to push in, but they unfortunately have gotten rid of a few lives, putting them at a disadvantage by 3 right now. Wanna does pick up Matrix there, but did take a lot of shots. He's got someone coming onto his side. It looks like Yasad will probably be able to pick up, and he does pick up Wanna before he manages to get into the point. Zerx picks up E-Bug though off the tank. Lives still within 2 of each other. Matrix there. Oh, bad timing for Zerx to throw a grenade. Matrix just turns to line him up. Matrix picks up Sean as well. And unfortunately, ABS just has not been able to come close to touching this point again. They do get 2 down there. E-Bug does trade out Wonder, but Zerx gets E-Bug. They're going to need to keep pushing this in. Yasad being a nuisance back here near their spawn, though, as he picks up 1. We have Hunter right now, who was thinking about picking up a point. He knows that there's someone nearby here. He needs to make a move, though. He needs to get into that point for his team to keep this up. And he runs right by his adversary, not even realizing he was there. And Matrix does manage to take him out. That was kind of the last-ditch effort they had. All their people are unfortunately too far away as they get pinned in that spawn, and the Sirens go up 1-0 in this control. Sean kind of having a hard game this go around, sitting at 2-9, as we look to see another big push here by Sirens towards A. Like I said, that definitely seems to be the go-to for teams, so they can make sure they get A out of the way. The Sirens do manage to get on it. He gets 1 down. Sean gets 2, and he puts himself back in this. Now he's sitting 4-9, and he manages to stop the progression coming in for the first take of B. But a quick rush to B from 7-6 there, as you have Matrix and Highlander coming into B point, and it looks like they're just going to go ahead and lock that in and get that out of the way. And it looks like Matrix may have an opportunity here to sneak his way over. He may hold off. Nope, he is. He's going to sneak his way over into the A section. Zerx is going to run over as he fears that he is losing one. He picks up 1. Oh, but unfortunately didn't catch the other, and Sean manages to keep him from the A point. B is still only at 1 tick. They keep stepping on losing, so I don't know if they're messing with them right now or if ABS has kind of stepped up and removed them from it. Highlander sitting on point. Gets taken out by Hunter as Hunter drops down on him. Hunter also picks up Yasad. And it looks like they're going to try to make a push, but Wanna picks up 2 there. Hunter picks up Highlander as well, and as long as they can keep them off for the next 20 seconds, they will take this next round. It's going to be all up to 3 here. If 3 can... Oh, and 3 does go down. And he gets 4. If he can sprint and get into A, They'll have this locked in. He does manage to get into A, but now he's going to have to defend it by himself. But his teammates do manage to get over to B. He gets one. Cannot get the other, and A is down. But they do have a hold on B right now, and B is going to be the point closest for them to take. So as long as they can get this without getting ripped off, they will be good. And it looks like B will go down and give themselves another minute. They do only have 7 lives, though, to get into this A point. And this attack. Sean, unfortunately, saw a little bit of Yasad, but just didn't react quick enough to take advantage of that, and he ends up getting ripped off of his little spot he was sitting. Hunter gets pulled off there. Matrix manages to escape with his life. They have 6 lives left, 5 lives left, as Hunter picks up one. Yasad picks up a Sean, but then goes down to Hunter. Highlander gets Hunter. But they are now down to their last 4, as this is a 3-on-8, essentially S&D for them. Matrix and Yasad pick up, but unfortunately, after they get their little pickups there, they do both get traded out, and ABS will go up, and we will now be 1-1 in this control. I just caught the little slide turn there from the Sirens, and just happened to be stopped right at the perfect eye as he went to turn to go against the other teammates he had there, and just giving one of the advantage to clear it out, as we have one at 15 and 12 and Hunter at 18 and 12, being the 2 highest slayers in this right now. But as we all know in Control, killing power does not lead to wins. Objective and holds do. You can have the least amount of kills, but as long as you're sitting on that point and you're making your kills count and you're holding it and capturing those points for your team, you know, that's all that matters. I've seen teams that have won with all their players negative, but all the kills they did get, mattered most when they needed to. Hunter managed to pick up one, but does get traded out by Yasad, as Yasad is being a thorn in the side here. He does get taken out by Zerks. Life advantage currently down and in the favor of Sirens. Hunter, though, picks up 2, and it looks like they should be able to finish off B here. But as I say that, Matrix popped off some shots, but Highlander gets Hunter in the back. E-Bug gets Wanta, and they managed to stop the progression at B as they were working on that last tick. E-Bug also picks up Wanta. Zerks picks up Yasad to get him out of their spawn, but then gets traded out by Matrix, who's sitting in the front middle section of the map. Hunter, did he see the one? He did see the one on the left. He managed to get some shots. Gets E-Bug out, but they're going to need to make this quick push to finish this off. They only need 1 tick, and they got 4 man here to stack, and it looks like they're going to be able to get it taken care of. But they are down a good bit of lives to have to push into this A point, which we all know is going to be the hardest take. Hunter picks up E-Bug as well, opens the door, barely escapes with his life there as he's getting shot by 2 different people. Manages to pick up Highlander as well. And it looks like ABS is currently in A. He had trouble, though, picking up E-Bug. E-Bug manages to get 2. Matrix saving E-Bug there to get the 3rd and keeping them out of A. They are currently down 7 lives right now, which doesn't really put them, in a great predicament going into this hardest point of the map. And the Sirens have a good kind of spiderweb spread out to keep them away from A as much as they can, like they did their last defense. Hunter picks up 1 in Matrix, got a few shots off on the other, but didn't finish him. 1 against E-Bug. Hunter picks up 2, but Yasad, who's sitting in near their spawn and manages to turn and get him. E-Bug picks up 2. Sean picks up E-Bug and Assad. He needs to get in the point. Oh, he manages to step in it, but gets ripped out by Matrix. And the seconds tick away as the Sirens go up 2-1 in this control. ABS Essex on the defensive side. It looks like Wanna, who was pretty good at 17 and 12, unfortunately just could not make anything happen that last round as he died 8 times and couldn't really score a kill. Hunter, on the other hand, going up 29 and 16, but he's definitely going to need help from his teammates as he gets ripped down there by Assad as they have a 3-stack, 4-stack on A, and A is down right off rip. They're going to need to hold down B to the best of their abilities if they do not want this just to slip away right here and now. But letting A go that quickly up front was just a bad thing to see if you were on ABS. Matrix picks up one of there. Ooh, Zerk's getting clipped by a grenade. Does manage to get you Assad. Matrix, though, picks up Sean, though, with the cruise. E-Bug getting taken out by a Hunter. B is currently untouched. Life advantage. Ooh, Matrix killing Assad, though, before picking up Sean. Still no one currently on the point. Lives about 4 apart from each other, but still enough to be dangerous. And it looks like they do finally have a member on the B point, slow capturing it. They've now gotten 2 on. All they have to do is get one more down on the other side and stack that, and they could capture that as quickly as they did A. Matrix picks up Hunter. And Matrix hopping into the bottom window of that building and picking up 2 there. A nice little sneaky play on him. But Wanna comes around from the behind and manages to clear them off the point, though, too. So, although his play was great, unfortunately his teammates could not hold up their end of the bargain. And they end up losing the control of B. Mashawn had a good run there. Gets taken out by E-Bug. Same with Hunter. E-Bug gets taken out again. Matrix gets shot, and right like that, 4 down. All they have to do is quickly stack it, and like that, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it, but B is gone, and the Sirens go up 3-1, taking this control and taking the series 3-0 in the finals of Bravo. Sirens not losing a map in the bracket, going undefeated. E-Bug finishing off his night in control, 38-22. Matrix 36-19. 30 untraded kills, 27 untraded kills. Both of them played powerhouses. Hunter on the opposition, though, got to give him a shout out, playing 35-21 with 26 untraded kills. Unfortunately, he just did not have the help that his opposition had in that control, and unfortunately, it just did not pan out for ABS. But with that being said, you know, the Sirens take the B division in our League Season 1 free season. Our next season coming up from the B division is going to be a pay-to-enter prize pool tournament. So be on the lookout to see what teams show up there and show out. It's definitely going to be interesting. Now, for those of you wondering, because we usually have more than one match, our C division had to be extended because unfortunately we had some roster issues with some teams which led to some replays. So Charlie, loser finals and finals will be streamed next weekend. Some of the matches are being finished up as we speak now and throughout this next week. So come back and be tuned in for that. Then after next weekend, stay along. We're going to try to have a watch party come in for Rally as we watch the Rally Esports Challengers team and the Rally Royals Challengers team play live in Dayton, Ohio at the Viral Compound with 10K on the line. Hopefully our boys show out and show up well because it'd be great to have another dub at Viral. That's where our one win came from late last year. It'd be nice to go back to our home state here in Ohio and come out with another win, especially with 10K on the line. So best of luck to both of our teams playing in that. Be sure to come check out, give your support, cheer the teams on, and just show them that you are there as we hopefully watch them dominate the competition and take the crown as they should, being from the royal family. With that being said, this is all of our matches we had tonight. I appreciate all of you who were in with us. Big shout out to all of our partners again. Partner with the Esports Cave, Shriners Children's Hospital, and Exclaim. Which again, if you have not seen our wonderful jerseys, please go to Twitter, look them up, find the shop, and order one for yourself and rep out for Rally. With that being said, we are all done for tonight. So thank you all for watching and Rally out.